Luke, many congratulations. The fairy tale continues into the semi-final. Describe what that means to you.
It's unbelievable. I think I've just got into the top 64 now with the prize money I've already got, but I would never have thought of getting to the semis on my debut this year.
That's your third toughest average of the tournament. You made it look so easy today. Just how confident are you feeling right now?
Feeling confident ever since the Christine Kiss game when I hit the 106 and then started to die down, and then I've gone back to back ton plus averages. But I think it's more about the doubles. I could have averaged 70, 80. It's just all about getting over that line, especially in the set play.
And we saw Brendan, to get to this stage, beat two world champions, Gary Anderson and Gerwyn Price, and just swept him aside. So what does that say about you and your game right now?
Well, I would have thought I was playing Gezi or Anderson, but wasn't to be, and Brendan was just another opponent in my way, and I've pushed him aside. Now I'm into the semi-final.
You've already beaten one world champion in Raymond van Barneveld. Now it's another one awaiting you in the semi-finals in Rob Cross. What are you expecting from Rob?
He come back really good today, and don't want to jinx it, but every game I've played I've gone 2 sets up or 1 set up, so I think I'm a good player to get off the mark quickly.
Obviously Rob lifted the title on debut in 2018, you're looking to replicate that. How much inspiration do you take from what Rob achieved? It
was unbelievable. First time he was in the UK Open against Van Gerwen, and then later on he went to win the Worlds, and same with me, got to the last 64, last 32 of the UK Open, and now I'm in the semis of the World Championship.
And you've only dropped 3 sets in reaching the semi-finals. What do you think it's going to take to stop you lifting this title?
Well, a lot, based on all my performances in this World, but it's whatever Luke Littler and Rob Cross turns up tomorrow evening.
Well done, Luke. Thank you.
Thank you.
Luke, you seem to be growing in confidence as a person sat there as well. This is obviously your interview on there. This is the most chatty that you've been. Do you feel you're developing as a person in this tournament as well as a dart player?
Yeah, it always takes a few legs to settle in on that stage. You've seen I went 2-0 down with the darts, and then I've come back, went 1-0 up, and I was 4-0 up. So it just takes a few legs to get myself focused and find my rhythm.
Set up there as well. It's the first time you believe you now can win this tournament. When did that mentality shift change?
As soon as I hit the winning double, I was like 2 games away, and Brendan said, "Well done, you can go all the way," same as Raymond. So a lot of respect for Brendan as well as Raymond for saying you can go all the way.
When all these greats of the sport are saying you are this generational talent, what does that mean to you?
It's unbelievable. Obviously I know I've got the ability to go all the way, but if it's not to be tomorrow night, then it's not to be. But whatever Luke Littler turns up, then it is what it is.
Luke, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Luke, at this stage, were you half expecting it wouldn't be Brendan Dolan today, it would be Gary Anderson or Gerwyn Price, as you mentioned before?
That's exactly what I was expecting. I was expecting to have a clash with Gezi or a clash with Anderson, but it weren't to be, and you've just got to beat whoever's in front of you, and that's what I've done so far.
You talk about the thoughts of lifting the trophy. Have you envisaged what that would feel like?
No, I know I've got a good chance, and I know in myself I've got a good feeling that I can go all the way now. Thank you.
Biggest game of your life tomorrow. How does Luke Littler prepare for that? What do you do from now till then?
Just go home, go back to the hotel, chill. I didn't like waking up this morning at about 8 in the morning, so I'm glad I can play in the evening tomorrow.
Luke, you mentioned that you typically start off games very, very quickly. Throughout this week, Rob has always said that you start games off slowly, so how much of an advantage is that?
Didn't know that, thank you. No, but it's whatever Luke Littler turns up, so I'd love to get off to a good mark, a fast mark, like I have done in all my games, but if I do go a set down, then I've got to come back, because there is quite a few breaks now. We're into the last 8 in the semis.
Obviously the World Championship is your main aim at the moment, but how difficult is it to keep you out of the Premier League now with everything that's happening?
I've seen what the Premier League does. You have like Monday, Tuesday Pro Tours, and then Wednesdays the Euro Tour qualifiers, and then you've got the Premier League, the weekends Euro Tour. So I think the PDC are going to keep me out of it, because that'll be just gruelling, like everyone has said.
Luke, huge well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Luke, Matt Grove from BBC, congratulations again, nice to be back here with you. Seeing you sign your trust and stuff with the young fans outside, I know you touched on it slightly, but are you aware, being part of this, how much this is doing for the sport, the press attention and getting young fans interested with you as inspiration? Are you aware of that?
Yeah, I think I've been since the first game against Christian. I've been to the Arsenal game, I've been to the Tottenham game, and people just come up to me. You don't even know who they are, but they know me, so it's a good feeling, and I'll always take pictures of anyone.
And when you go to these games, because we saw you were at a Spurs game I think yesterday, what are the players saying to you? Because I know a few of them like the darts.
Yeah, I was in James Madison's box. He's still injured, but it was just good to meet him, good to get a few pictures and meet his family. It was really nice.
Chatted to Rob Cross at the end of the last game. He said there might be a slight advantage coming in as a debut. So he obviously won his debut tournament as well, because you're not kind of scarred by some of the near misses. Is that something you're feeling yourself? Do you come in here with the freedom that possibly other players haven't got?
That's what I've done since my first game. If I got beat my first game, then it is what it is. I've got the experience, but I've got even more experience and I've got even more hope of going all the way.
And we've been seeing lots of pictures on which BBC and other outlets are now using of you as a little boy. I think one was even in nappies with magnetic boards, throwing darts. I'm sure you've revisited those. What do you think about when you watch those videos now when you're standing on the greatest stage with all of that kind of contrast between the two of them?
It's crazy. It's crazy watching myself back when I was 18 months, 2 years old in a nappy, but it's all paid off.
And final question from me. I know you obviously there's a big love of darts around the family, but can you just take me a little bit back to your roots? We see those videos of you playing as a young boy. Obviously you like the sport, but there must have been some inspiration around you, family and stuff like that. Can you talk to me through that? Who got you into it and kind of supported you, etc.?
It was just my dad. He was always played in the house. He never played in a pub league or out, so I was just looking up to him, and then when we went to some shop I just pointed at the magnetic dartball because they look similar, and then yeah, the rest is history.
Well, good luck, and we'll probably see you tomorrow.
Hopefully, thank you.
Luke, one question speaking about the possibility of Premier League. Is it possible to play because you don't have school in the morning anymore? Is that right?
Well, if I do get picked, it is what it is. If I don't get picked, then I'm not expecting it. Didn't expect to come to the semi-final, so just look at what all the other pros have done this year. This is my first major, so they deserve it more than me.
So no school anymore?
No. Thank you.
You talk about whatever Luke Littler turns up, basically that basically suggests that you think that if you play your best, you will be anybody. So if the best Luke Littler turns up and the best, I don't know, who go with turns up, who wins? What
We'll have to see. But I do the same practice routine, the same practice. Yeah. I don't change anything before a game because I just have to keep to it.
Do you think you're the best player in the world?
No, not a chance. You've still got Luke Humphries in it, still got Michael Van Gerwen in it, but I'm one of the best right now based on my performances, but I'm not the best in the world.
Gary Anderson reckons we should all leave you alone and let you play. Should we?
Yeah, please. If you can. No, I don't mind, but it does get a bit too much.
Luke, you seem kind of experienced with the situation now here in front of the press. How is your family and your friends dealing with the whole situation around you?
They're the same as me, just taking it game by game, taking it in their stride as well as my stride. It's unbelievable to still be here right now.
What happened with the wasp, Luke? Is your arm marked now? Is it?
I don't think so. I felt a little buzz, but nothing's happened.
You don't think it stung you, or?
No, I've seen it plotting about near the end.
Luke, have you thought about the prize money? Obviously, in excess of 150k at the moment, especially with the Modus. Have you got financial support? Are your parents going to be helping you, or because there's only so many expertise you can buy for your mates? So.
Well, I could get more than 100,000, go all the way, but yeah, whatever I do win, it's massive and it'll obviously help me.
Luke, talk about that moment when you went for treble 2020 and then could have gone for the ball. And you then stopped and talked to the crowd. Talk about that.
I tried to hype them up and I tried to hit it, but small 11.
That's the first time we've seen that you've done that in the past. That is your showman coming out.
Yeah, I've done it on the Modus and I tried to do it up there, but it wasn't to be, so I'll stick to the single 10 to set up the tops.